said no one escapes justice. But what happens when justice itself wears the mask of a murderer? In the High Court of Mpwapwa, a respected judge prepares to sentence a man for murder. But a sketch artist's pencil reveals what evidence could not, that the killer is the one wearing the robe. Before sunset, a courtroom will turn into a battlefield of truth, and one secret will shake the pillars of the law. The High Court of Mpwapwa had seen many trials, but none like this. The case was State versus Moses Rono, accused of murdering schoolteacher Asha Wekesa. Rono stood tall, but his eyes told stories of sleepless nights and broken faith. The prosecutor, Madam Chuma, thundered her words, waving photos of the victim. The courtroom believed every word. Everyone, except the quiet woman sitting in the corner, Vina Sefu, the sketch artist. Lena didn't speak much. Her eyes moved faster than her pencil. She noticed every tremor in people's faces. The way the judge avoided eye contact when the victim's name was mentioned. Something about it didn't sit right. During witness testimony, Detective Kamau displayed the murder weapon, a hunting knife. Lena began sketching it carefully until her pencil froze. There were initials carved into the metal handle, KM. She blinked twice, unsure if she was imagining it. KM. The same initials engraved on the judge's golden pen she had once sketched in another trial. That night, Lena couldn't sleep. The more she thought about it, the more her mind screamed. Judge Kato Mwenda, the man everyone called the Lion of Justice. He'd ruled over 200 cases, sent murderers to death row, and was known for his unshakable fairness. But could the lion be the beast? Lena opened her old portfolio. She flipped through old sketches from different hearings. Then she froze again. A sketch of Judge Cato 3 years ago at a charity dinner. Beside him, smiling, stood Asha Wekesa, the murdered teacher. Her heart raced. They knew each other. She rushed to the police archives the next morning. Through a small bribe, she accessed old reports and found something terrifying. Asha had once filed a harassment complaint against an unnamed, powerful man who threatened her to stay silent about an affair. The case was mysteriously dropped. Judge Cato was the presiding officer. Lena felt her throat tighten. She knew she couldn't accuse a judge without proof, or she'd vanish like others before her. During the next court session, tension was different. Judge Cato seemed distracted. Every time Lena looked up, his eyes met hers, cold, knowing, dangerous. She tried to look away, but his stare pierced through her. He knew she knew something. That day, a new witness came forward. A janitor named Musa. He claimed to have seen Moses Rono leaving the school late at night before the murder. But Lena noticed his shaking hands, his darting eyes. She quickly sketched him. The sweat, the fear. When the trial ended, she approached Detective Kamau and whispered, "That man is lying. Look at his eyes." Kamau investigated quietly. He discovered Musa's son had recently received a government scholarship. approved by Judge Cato himself. The connection was clear. The judge had bribed a witness. That evening, Kamau confronted Cato in his chambers, a bold move that nearly cost him his badge. The judge leaned in, whispering coldly, "Detective, tread carefully. Some truths are buried for a reason." Kamau left shaken, but not defeated. He called Lena that night. Together, they decided during the sentencing they'd reveal everything. But Judge Cato wasn't planning to let that day come. 2 nights before sentencing, Lena's apartment was broken into. Her sketches. Meanwhile, Detective Kamau was suspended, accused of tampering with judicial integrity. But secretly, he met Lena in an old cafe near the harbor. He handed her a flash drive. "Everything's on here. Asha's original case, the judge's bank transfers, and proof of his blackmail." Lena nodded. She had one plan left: to expose the truth inside the courtroom. On the morning of sentencing, the high court was full. News cameras, reporters. Judge Cato entered in his black robe, calm as death. Lena sat at her usual spot, sketchpad open, flash drive hidden inside it. As the judge began to speak, she stood up. "My lord, before you sentence an innocent man, I need to show you something." The courtroom fell silent. She plugged the flash drive into the courtroom projector. Images appeared, emails, bank transfers, and photos of Asha with the judge. The crowd gasped. Judge Cato slammed his gavel. "This is contempt of court." But Lena's voice didn't shake. "No, my lord, this is proof of your sin." Detective Kamau entered, reinstated by higher authorities who had been tipped anonymously the night before. He approached the judge. "Cato Mwenda, you are under arrest." But then, gunfire. A court guard shot at Kamau, missing narrowly. The guard worked for Cato. The room erupted in panic. Cato tried to flee through his chambers, but someone was waiting. In the hallway, a frail old woman blocked Cato's path. It was Asha's mother. She raised her cane and whispered, "Even lions die when they drink from the river of guilt." Before he could respond, officers surrounded him. The judge dropped his gun and his pride. He confessed everything. He had killed Asha in rage and used his position to cover it. The knife found at the scene was his, one of his prized possessions from hunting trips. The courtroom erupted in disbelief. Justice had been wearing a mask. Months later, Lena left the city. She moved to a coastal town, painting skies instead of faces. But one morning, she received a letter from the new Chief Justice. "Your drawings brought truth to light. The law now remembers how to see." She smiled faintly, dipping her brush in orange paint as the sun rose. When justice sleeps, art will wake it.